Excellent. Well, welcome, Patricia. So, uh, again, another talk I really enjoyed there. It was all around the kind of diving really deep into the data to uncover all of the insights that you can. So I've got a few questions, but for the audience, please remember, as Joby said, if you have any questions, put them into the Ask the Speakers channel on Slack or in the box to the right of the screen now, and I will hopefully be able to answer those questions or ask those questions, apologies, of Patricia. So I'm going to start though. That looked great, but one question I have is it looks like a lot of work to generate those graphs and those charts. Is there a centralized team that does that for people, or are each kind of team responsible for doing their own research and things like that?
Okay, let me talk you from my experience because when I start with metrics, with flow metrics, I started by myself with my team, with the team I was working with. So I started to connect through a very simple script through the API of the issue tracker. I don't know, for example, Jira, Trello, and a lot of other ones. And so that's super easy. Usually, issue trackers have their exposed API, and it's super easy to create a script. As times also you can find some scripts in the web, and you connect it. So in a Google spreadsheet, and you start to retrieve information, and then the analysis at first. The first times you do that, it's not that easy because you have to start understand what the data means and what do you want to measure or what do you want to see or analyze. So at first, as times, it's not that easy, but once you start, it's like a whole world that open in front of your eyes, and you start. Then the data is always the same. You have more or less registers. It's as simple as that. So you can start do it, and in fact then with the with all the my job and all my years working, when I started to work in a new team or with new tools, or for example with a new issue tracker, it was super easy. But for example now, we are working here. I work at Corner Shop by Uber, and now we have a developers team or development team that extracts, retrieves information from the issue tracker for all the development teams, and then we are creating a first MVP. We created a first MVP to connect to just a Google spreadsheet and start creating then the charts. Then we did a second release when we start to create some data studios connected to the Google spreadsheets. And now we are trying to release even more evolutions of this product that we leave available for all teams. And I have these conversations and try to instruct people, POs, engineer managers, and team leaders to they understand the data, to start analyze all their behaviors, because each team has a super different context, has a super different behavior, and you cannot have a like a one size fits all chart or any improvement. It depends on the team. So we have to also do that work of going to the team leaders or into the teams and try to explain them how are these metrics, and then when they start to using them, it's incredible how they start to see the value. But they have to start with that, and they have to start improving themselves, their development process, their daily basis process, to see, oh my god, yes, we did this improvement, and now my day to day is even easier or is even better.
Excellent. So I like the way there's probably a lot of people who don't have a dev team, but you've said you've done this before yourself, and it's possible to do it. That's great.
Yeah,
Um,
certainly.
can you share a bit more about the training? Because I've seen in some companies people are given lots of data, but they don't know what to do, and then it just gets kind of left. So, what kind of training do you give to the teams?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I start at first. I start with super simple metrics, as I said in the talk. Uh, when you start with super simple metrics to know, for example, how much cards or tasks did you deliver in a week or in a month or things like that, it's already a super easy way to see how the team or how the team is behavior. Okay, so you can see, okay, oh, why sometimes we are delivering more than other ones, or why some weeks we are delivering more bugs, or why here over these last 3 weeks we have delivered so much bugs and not features that bring value to our product. What happened? So that is a super simple thing that you can start. So usually in your data you have like the I don't know, usually you have timestamps. So for example, you have the timestamp when a task get complete. Okay, so if you start to see that data, okay, how many cards the team deliver in that week or by that date, you are going to start to see throughput. Okay, that super basic a flow metric, and you can start asking yourself as a team uh, all that things are related to that. So, or maybe at first you just see the whole bunch of different cards delivered in a week without considering the different kind of cards. And then you can start splitting out, those are bugs, these are features, these are technical tasks, or this is technical depth, etc., etc. And you start to see more different behaviors. For example, I always remember years ago I was working on a team, and one day a stakeholder came to me and he told me, Patty, I'm very, very, very concerned. Oh, yeah, why? Tell me, please tell me. Yeah, yeah, because I see that the team is working the whole time just delivering technical depth and not features. Really? I work here with a team the whole day. I haven't seen that. Yeah, I have seen that. I'm super worried because I want to have features delivered in production. Okay, let's see. So I opened my laptop. I took my flow metrics, all my charts, and I showed him that, look at this. We paid just one card of the technical debt 3 weeks ago. Now is the team working in one more, but see all the features we have delivered all these weeks, and all the technical tasks that we have been done also to support all the development. He just saw the chart and was like, okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry, it was just I
Yeah,
thought I was right. Now cool. And a discussion that could take more than 30 minutes, it takes about 5 minutes, no more than that.
brilliant. No, that's a great example, because people often do have those assumptions. And one thing, just on the pairing, what was the outcome of all of that? Was very interesting that you couldn't find any difference, because every other study I've seen, there always has been, particularly on the bug side of things, there's less bugs when pairing. What was the outcome for you when you didn't find? Did developers start working separately then, or did they continue pairing?
Well, I think the major difference when developers are pairing is the how do I say it? The innovation, which is saying in a way of things, the innovation that the different ideas the developers bring to a solution. So as times a technical task, maybe that is more straightforward solution is not as necessary. Maybe yes for a more complex complex one, but as times for features for value that you bring directly into the product, as times you see amazing things when developers are pairing, and solutions as times could take longer, maybe yes, maybe not, maybe it could take longer, but they usually finalize with better quality, with better solutions for the users, with less bugs, with less tech debt, because you have two minds working on the same thing at the same moment. So that's super, super cool to have. And when you have two, as I said before, when you have two complex technical tasks, as times also is super, super cool to have or to do pair programming. For me, maybe all the time, all teams have been doing the pair programming, but since as times is not that possible, uh, maybe you can focus in this and those kind of situations when to use or where not to use, when not to use pair programming.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Patricia. I really enjoyed the talk and the questions, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you. See you,
And
people.
see, now we're over to Daphne, and apologies.